why Utah's SESD power company is likely to do a 40 to 80% rate increase when we come into calendar year 2026. Now you might be thinking, holy cow, Mike, in 2023, we net had a rate increase anywhere from 40% all the way up to 96%. It seems to vary by the month, but collectively, it was absolute bare minimum was a 40%. If you look at the composite, it's probably right around 80% that we got in 2023. 2025, I just showed you part one of this video, went in and went through the details of what's going to drive anywhere from a 40 to 80% rate increase in 2025. Now what we're going to talk about is what's going to drive a significant rate increase when we roll into calendar year 2026. To kind of preface this, if you look at what SESD services, so SESD, they have 4,128 customers. And then in 2022, we lost our coal-fired plant. And then you can go back and look at the first video of this series to kind of get the details. But the scope of it is we lost our coal-fired plant in 2022. As a result, come summertime, SESD has 4,128 customers. Half of all those customers are now buying their power from the open market, which triggered a massive rate increase. What happened is SESD just cut a deal to bring the chicken egg farm and the Kilgore hot plant online, which is basically going to go give away all of the power that Woodland Hills, Elk Ridge, and West Mountain have been using our owned assets. So it means all of us are going to go into the open market. When I was talking to an individual, I said, hey, how are we going to sort out, or how are we going to deal with giving away our power so that basically Woodland Hills, Elk Ridge, and West Mountain are now going to subsidize these commercial properties that are going to come in-house that are going to want commercial rates. So when we're paying on average 18.5 cents per unit of power, and we're giving it to them at 5-6 cents a kilowatt hour, and this is prices out the door, fees, taxes, and adders. Whoa, wait a minute, how is that actually going to be good for us? And the takeaway is Mike, there is something bigger out there that you are just totally and completely unaware of. And so I was like, So when I've been out working, I was able to track down some individuals who recently sold a whole host of land that was sitting on SESD's service area. And they bought this beautiful house. I was talking to them, found out what was actually in the works. So Amazon is coming to the area. They are building a massive distribution center that will literally be sitting on SESD's district. And when that asset comes online, it's going to have such a significant, substantial power draw that it's going to wipe out resources that people in Woodland Hills, Elk Ridge, and West Mountain have been able to use, because this resource coming online will have to be subsidized. The thing is at this point, with servicing these commercial assets that are coming online, what's happening is the available resources that we owned in-house that brought our overall rates down have just now been allocated. I expect in 2026, we're going to see anywhere from another 40 to 80% rate increase as we have to go source more and more power from the open market. Why is this significant? Here's the deal. I mean, if you were to think about it, SESD's got a significant challenge. If they were to build a coal-fired plant, the government would step in and shut it down because it has a carbon footprint. So if they step in and build a natural gas plant because we need more resources, well, that's also carbon based. Therefore, they might actually step in and shut that down also. So we were building a nuclear power plant, and it had been worked on for a decade, and $3 billion later, November of 2023, that nuclear power plant was shut down. Basically, what it really comes down to, it's taking too long and it's costing too much to do it, and the government's red tape is too thick. And in spite of the fact that we desperately needed that power in Utah, it was shut down and walked away from as not really being a viable option that we could obtain. And so as a result, we are finding ourselves in a position where we can't service the customers we've got. We're bringing new customers online as we bring on these commercial assets. And in this video, I'm specifically talking about the Amazon distribution center that has been purchased. The land has been purchased. The building has not been built. I'm giving them a 2-year time frame to be able to construct that asset, to bring it online so that they can start doing that service before I'm assuming that it's going to hit our rates. When that hits, expect another 40 to 80% rate increase. It will happen. The cake is baked. They've purchased the land. People have moved off. They've gone off and bought other properties. This is actually sitting right here in this location. This is actually not in the public domain yet until I just now brought it to you, because I tracked down the people that made the sale. I found out who that they sold the land to and the background of what it's going to take to pull power into it to service it. This is of a series. I've got a 3-series part. This is part 2. So feel free to go asksolarmike.com, check it out, figure out, see if we can't help you eliminate or sidestep these mega rate increases, because it will happen. Your power has already been allocated to somebody else. Like, it will happen. So, like, is it unfortunate? Yes. But did it happen? It already happened.